Welcome back to another video of me talking. Today, as you guys see, in a very nice little forest. It's a bit loud because over there's a dam, but otherwise it's pretty nice here. But today we're talking about lost media and why I think lost media, or at least some lost media, should remain lost forever. Today we're talking about 9/11. Look, I don't have to go on a long rewind about what 9/11 is. Most people know what happened on September 11th of 2001. I'm not going to go into a deep history lesson on what happened that day, but there's a certain part of 9/11 that people are very interested in, and that's of the jumpers. On 9/11, people in the World Trade Center who were on the floors around where the planes impacted or above them found themselves trapped. The elevators stopped working, the staircases were destroyed, the whole floors were even destroyed. Those people were stranded up there. Helicopters did fly around up there, but I can't see anyone, otherwise they would have probably attempted a rescue. I mean, that's what the helicopters pilots said that day. They said they would have tried, but people up there were stuck. And the people who were up there, they had a choice that day. They had, they are dubbed as jumpers, and I always thought that was a bit disrespectful, because like I just said, they had two choices that day. They had the choice of jumping to their deaths and dying instantly, or they had the choice of staying up there and possibly dying due to the collapse, dying due to smoke inhalation, fire, whatever. The World Trade Centers were designed in such a way that they would have been cooked alive. The metal beams and the design of the interior, the offices, and then there's the asbestos. When the buildings collapsed, thousands of people died years later due to smoke inhalation because the World Trade Centers had a lot of asbestos in there, and as you guys know, asbestos has been found to be quite a shit for human beings. But anyways, they jumped. And there's a lot of videos online from bystanders, news agencies, wherever, that were there that day, who recorded and even photographed people jumping from the towers. But there's only a few videos online which actually show the people arriving at the bottom. There's some frames of some videos showing people hitting the bottom and exploding. There's some videos that were filmed inside the World Trade Center, and you can hear them in the background, like hitting the glass or hitting the floor. And when I say exploding, I mean these people, they jumped more than 100 stories to the bottom. Human beings can't survive such a fall intact, so they exploded into dust. They just exploded. And again, like I said, there's some videos online which show, just frames, very few frames of them exploding, but there's no full video. There's a video made by Guy Rosbrook. He was staying with friends in a hotel building more or less right over the World Trade Center area, the plaza. He was filming on 9/11. He was filming with the World Trade Centers, but then he pans down to the plaza, and he sees corpses of the people who jumped. Corpses, a pool of blood, debris from the World Trade Center's paper, because when they say to paperwork, random bullshit from the World Trade Centers landed everywhere, and he landed there. The people who jumped, because like I said earlier, human beings generally can't survive such a fall intact. So it was just a blooded mess of limbs, blood everywhere, guts. And in that video, people have been theorizing online that there's people visible in that video at the plaza, not the victims, but like people just like probably fleeing or whatever, but there's people have theorized that one of the people who were seen walking around that area filmed it. And that's where we get into a video. A video was allegedly uploaded about a year after 9/11. And it was a video of the plaza, but filmed from the plaza. And it was a video showing the people who were later seen in Guy Rosberg's video jumping to the deaths and exploding, allegedly just a few feet away from the cameraman. And that video was uploaded to some website in 2002, and it was taken down eventually supposedly taken down by moderators, because I guess they didn't want their website to have that disgusting video. And one of the comments under that video read LOL Superman. LOL Superman. And that video was taken down, and people have been unable to find the full video ever since. But regardless, there's thousands of people who have in their minds some sort of memory of seeing some video like this online. And it's a piece of lost media at the moment, and today's video, as you see, I think it should remain lost media. The people who jumped, they had lives, they had friends, families, feelings, emotions, thoughts, they had lives. And their lives came to such a tragic end. And look, I don't want to speak on behalf of other people, but if I was the family of someone who jumped, and I found out that a bunch of strangers online have spent the last 2 decades trying to find a video of my loved one dying on impact like that, I would just be... I just couldn't be fine with it. And I'm not saying 9/11 or videos from 9/11 should be banned or whatever. It's important to show the events of 9/11 to teach people lessons about that day of sympathy, compassion, and terror. But I think there's just some videos of the day that should be suppressed forever. A few weeks ago, it was supposedly proven that there's no actual evidence of the LOL Superman video ever existing, and that probably doesn't exist. And I think good. There's a lot of people in that comment section of that video who were upset. I think good. I think that video should never be found. I genuinely don't know who would want to watch that. Even if they censored it, who would want to watch that? I don't even think people who are desensitized to that shit want to watch that, because there are people online who are desensitized to gore, getting shot, people getting shot, raped, fucked, whatever. There's people who are desensitized to that. I don't even think they could watch the video without vomiting. I can barely watch 9/11 videos of people jumping. I could barely watch those videos without feeling so fucking awful. And I think that should just remain lost media forever. There's lost media comes in very different forms. There's lost media of the internet, or video games, for example, or movies. Video games or movies that people have been trying to find forever, and in some cases found, and I think that's cool. Finding media of old video games that was thought to be lost, that's cool. Or videos of people doing whatever, that's cool. But videos like that LOL's, that's what the video stopped as, the LOL Superman video. Why do you want to find that? Why do you want to find that? I think that should be lost forever. And like I said, there was a video that was made a few weeks ago disproving the existence of it, so that's great. I don't think it should ever be found. It should be lost forever. And it's not just that. There's another video which was made. It was supposedly a fire in Spain, in some residential building in Spain years ago, and in like 2004, 2005, and it showed and supposedly this piece of lost media, there's a photo who jumped from the top building, hit the floor, and that's what people have also been trying to find. And Why would you want to find that? The internet is full of some really sick people. Really sick, deranged, psychopathic lunatics who generally must have some kind of fetish of finding the most heinous stuff possible. But yeah, I just needed to rant about that. I saw every now and again I get back into 9/11 because I find the events of the day very interesting and to watch old footage of it. And every year new footage of the attacks get released. New angles, new photos, whatever. And this isn't this isn't me trying to, and this isn't video of 9/11 I'm making to try to put blame on someone. People think that 9/11 was caused by a different group other than the one that's blamed Al Qaeda. But I'm not here for all that. I just needed to rant about that piece of lost media that should be lost forever. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're one of the people who watches this video, who takes part in this hunt for this piece of lost media, I would really like if you, maybe instead of leaving a hate comment, just said or explain as precisely as you can why it should be found. I'm always up to hearing the opinions of other people. But anyways, thank you for watching. This video just didn't really have a lead or main story or main topic. It's just, I just needed to rant about it. I wish you guys a happy Easter, happy weekend, whatever. See ya.